So hello everyone. I was going to go live on YouTube. YouTube's been fucking up. So, we're on Facebook. We're on Facebook. All for good reason. All for good reason, I'm sure. The divine don't make mistakes. So whoever needs to catch this, just know whether you're going to catch it live or you're going to catch the replay or you're going to catch some of the live and then end up wanting to watch all of the replay. The messages in here are going to be meant for you. So we're doing June mid-monthly check-ins. Mid-monthly check-ins with the energy. The full moon is coming up on the 17th. That's going to be a full moon in Sagittarius opposing the sun in Gemini. So, yeah, I'm letting my Palo Santo energy's been freaking wild. I got my water. I've got my water. My smudge, keeping my energy fucking golden. The best I can. Keeping my energy fucking rockstar golden. Alright. I'm going to answer a couple questions. McKenna, if you would put timestamps in for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with Aries. I'm going to answer a few questions about, throughout each sign. So you'll see me using different decks. I'm going to pull your energy. Okay, I'm going to use my archetype cards to let you know where the universe, like where you're leaving, like what shadow attribute you're leaving and what light attribute you're being, pushed towards, right? Healed towards. And then we're going to get some insight with my Wisdom of the Oracle cards. So how that energy starts to unfold in order to, smooth that transition from shadow to light. So we're going to pull some Wisdom of the Oracle cards for that. Then I'm going to pull a this path or that path. All right, so I'm going to pull two archetype cards. You could take them as people. You could take them as groups of people, like the energy of the card might be a work situation, it might be a social circle, it could be a family situation, it could be a travel opportunity, right? Anything, any path. So you can look at it as this person or that person, right? This one or that one. Or this path or that path, or this person or that path, whatever it is, whatever it resonates for you. So I'm going to pull archetype cards for that, and then I'm going to clarify how those paths would unfold. How those paths would unfold using my Barberry Tarot. With those unfoldments, I have my Stargazer deck. Now, for those of you who know Tarot, the major arcana are fate cards. Those are milestone moments in the energies that we face no matter what. Okay? Thanks, Kim. The minor arcana, or the suits, right? The wands, the cups, the swords, the coins, the pentacles. Those are choice cards. And so when you use a regular deck of playing cards, you have two jokers, which are like the wild cards. Those are the leaps of faith, like the Fool, where the divine, takes a turn, like Wheel of Fortune, all right? And then you have the suits, all the choices. And so that's what I'm going to do. Once we get this path or that path, or this person or that person, and what that looks like as it starts to unfold, we're going to ask the divine with the Stargazer deck, what are the highest good choices you can make regarding each of those paths? All right, and then we're going to pull some Oracle. I'm going to pull some Oracle, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer live. I have my Archangel Oracle cards, and I have my Power Thought cards by Louise Hay. So, with that said, who should I start with? What sign should I start with? Let me just write the order down as I go. So I know I got them all, right? I'll start checking them off. Because I was going to go in order, but it's so much more fun when you guys get to tell me what you want. So we'll do that. I got them all written down. Who was the first one? Who was the first one written? Who was the first one? Libra? All right. We'll do Libra. and then we'll do Sag. Sag called Deuces. Alright, so we got Libra and Sag. You guys will pick the order as you guys come in. Let me know what your sun signs are, what sign you want to see the most. Right now I got Libra first and I got Sag second. Who else you guys want to see? Let me know. I'll start putting in the order. Then Aqua. Alright, Aqua's third. We'll do Aqua third. You know, you guys find me. If you guys want to share it out, share it out. Yeah, let me get these. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. We're going to get some serious insights going into this full moon, what to expect. And McKenna was talking about this earlier. You know, she was live in her new group, Astral Healing. And, you know, she was talking about the different energies, right? The different energies and how they're playing out, and you know, and insight's priceless, right? Because even if you know you're going to be facing that energy no matter what, knowing that it's coming and that it hit, the recovery time is so much faster because it doesn't hit you by surprise. You're like, okay, yeah, I totally remember when I was reading about that or listening to that or hearing about that, and you're like, all right, universe. And you have a moment to breathe. You know, you have a moment to breathe, and you're like, all right, so that shit hit the fan just like I thought it would. Didn't hit the way I thought it would because, you know, I would have avoided it if I had seen it coming. All right, universe, next step. We always like to shoot for the final step, you know, and we forget that there might be like quite a few in between here and there, you know. Who else am I doing? Libra. All right, I already got Libra. Libra's going to be first. All right, Scorpio will be fourth. You guys are calling the order. I've got Libra, Scorpio, Sag, and Aqua. So if you want to see a sign that is not one of those, let me know and get them in the order. All right. I'm going to start with Libra. Libra, where is your energy at? And Leo? All right. Leo will be fifth. All right. What is going on, Libra? What shadow are you leaving behind, and what light are you attaining? What is the universe's focus and your energy come mid-June for the rest of the month? Oh, really? Okay. Oh, I don't know what these cards are. I was going to put them back. Oh, Libra, what's going on? I have a Libra Mars. I'm always watching my different points. When the universe does stuff like that, you guys get nervous? I do. I do. All right. Here we go, Libra. We've got child wounded. We've got child wounded with visionary and the gambler. Okay. Now with these energies, let's talk about these shadow attributes nutshelled. Getting real in touch with this one, because anytime we have a card, one of these archetype cards that come out with child on top, the healing stems back to childhood programming, right? The things that we learned observing or listening to people when we were absorbing, right? When we were our most receptive. Our inner child is when our divine feminine energy is its most pure, right? Love is pure energy, and we're highly receptive, and so we're taking everything in. And this has to do with that. This is about blaming. This is about moving past blaming all of your dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds. Resist moving on through forgiveness, right? That's the shadow. I don't know if that'll focus for you guys. That's the shadow. what it wants you to absorb now, right? What it wants you to absorb now. It wants you to absorb, right? It says awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path to forgiveness. When you understand, just like other people will start to understand, you know, there's a certain amount of dysfunction that comes from what the fuck we learned, right? I was going over this on YouTube, the video that I did with the cosmic energies, you know, and talking about my twin flame journey, you know, the different things that I learned throughout my relationships that went back to, you know, things that I picked up from my mother, you know, from my father and things like that. You can't blame where you're at and what you're going through, or what you feel you have to go through or should go through or wish you could go through. Like, you can't blame your circumstance on the past anymore. Like, this is the universe letting you know you have to move past it and give other people, you know, who are in this energy space, just like you are in this energy space and you're transcending it, giving other wounded children who have come from dysfunctional past, childhood, you know, traumas and, you know, things that affected them in their young adulthood, you know, even, it's letting them know there's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, it's not all bad. You don't have to, you know, stay in this idea that you can't change because your past is fixed, right? Your past is fixed. You can't change your past. And so if your past is dysfunctional and all your relationships in the present are dysfunctional, you know, the past is fixed. It's not changing. So you have to be able to change in the present and find that kind of compassion and move forward. That may be what you learned then, right? From your mother, from your father, from multiple parental figures, whatever it is that you picked up on. Maybe it was wrong. Maybe there's a better way. Maybe it's not all about, you know, dysfunction and misery. It's not what it's about. You know, this is very nurturing energy here. You know, this is the Divine Mother nurturing two children in her arms, two inner child little people, you know, and she's got them wrapped up in that quilt, that comfort. You know, this is the Divine Mother, the intuition, right? The receptive self saying, you can do this, right? You can do this. This is the visionary and the gambler. You know, the light attributes, this is about not being afraid to take a risk. You know, the gambler, the shadow, is relying on luck, and it's not always about luck. It's knowing about reading the players, calling someone's bluff, seeing the greater picture, and going for it, you know, in blind faith, trusting what you're sensing, trusting what you're seeing, and moving for it. Even if you can't see how it's unfolding, right? With the blindfold, you can sense it. You can sense it, right? You can see clearly. The visionary sees clearly the greater purpose, the greater path. It resonates on a soul level. That's the vision. And sometimes you don't see how it's going to work out, but you got to move forward. And so that's what the universe is asking you to trust in. Asking you to trust in. Wisdom of the Oracle deck, how is that energy going to unfold for you in order to make sure, right? Because the universe wants to make sure you learn this lesson. So how is that going to unfold for you in order for you to understand that, right? If you have to be forced, right? If you have to be shown, if you're being resistant, right? If you're being resistant to the transition, the transformation. Give me 3 cards, universe, for how this is going to affect. All right, you're going to put yourself in a karmic cycle. We got round and round. And you're going to know it's time to go. And trust to fate. Yeah, you know. Libra knows they're stuck in a karmic cycle. They know it's time to move on. They know it's time to move forward. The door is there and it's open. And there's magic on the path. Like, there's an energy someone is walking it. You know, even if they've got to walk alone, they've got to walk it. And they're leaving it to fate. They're leaving it to fate. You know, some things are just written in the stars. And when you stop resisting, right, and putting yourself in those karmic cycles, when you take that risk to heal those deep wounds, you really will be surprised where that door ends up taking you, even if you can't see it now. Your soul wouldn't resonate to it so hard if it wasn't absolutely meant for you to take that jump. All right. So this path or that path, Libra. This path or that path. Let's pull 2 archetype cards for this path or that path. Give me path number 1. Let me put these over here. Give me path number 2. We got the mediator and the athlete. Okay. Path number 1. Path number 1, we have the mediator. The mediator knows, I'll say this, that it's not a one-way street, right? The shadow attribute means that they're doing it for selfish reasons. If this energy is in balance, then they understand that the energy that they're giving needs to be returned, right? There has to be an even exchange. This isn't doing anything for free, all right? The mediator is not doing anything for free. There is an even exchange, right? Even the word mediator, like there's a middle ground. It's okay. The light attribute is a gift for negotiating fairness and strategy in personal and professional life, respect for both sides of an argument. So this path or this person, this individual, understands that there's needs, right, on both sides. There's needs, there's goals, there's dreams on both sides. And certain things we wouldn't be able to live with, right, if we broke them. We wouldn't be able to live with ourselves if we broke them, because that resonates soul deep too, right? So the mediator understands, like, there's an air of reasonability. You know, the mediator is someone that you can reason with. This is someone that is like, okay, I help you and you help me. And together we'll help each other. We'll figure it out. You know, there's things that you can provide that I could benefit from. And there's things that I can provide that you can benefit from. Like, can we shake on it? You know what I mean? Can we shake on it? It's this mediator kind of energy. The other character is the athlete. All right, so this is path or person number 2. The shadow attribute is someone who misuses their ability for selfish ends, a false sense of invulnerability or entitlement. This person thinks they cannot be touched. They think they're invincible. They think that there's nothing to it. There's nothing to it. There's no competition, right, is the shadow attribute of this path, this person. This person has the light attribute, right? It's a dedication to transcend their physical limits, including handicaps, right? Development of personal will and strength of spirit. This person is learning, right, what it's like to be dedicated, right, to put their willpower and their strength of spirit towards transcending their physical 3D limitations, right, physical world stuff. The things that hold them back, right, in the 3D. That could be anything from, you know, the home, it could be money, it could be any kind of asset, it could be anything in the 3D, right, anything in the 3D. They're dedicated to leveling up, right, so they're dedicated to leveling up. Let's get the Barbary Tarot. How are things How are they unfolding on both paths? You know, or both people, because, you know, time doesn't stop. Even when we don't see things happening, you know, things are always going on in the background. So you kind of have to understand what's unfolding in the background, right? What's unfolding in the background between these two paths? What can you expect? What can you expect unfolding, right, for the rest of June? Mid-month of June. 3 cards for the mediator, please. Maybe more. Okay. Give me 3 cards for the athlete. Okay. Alright, so the mediator. The 3 cards we've got. We've got 2 major arcana and the 2 of wands. We've got the hermit and we have the death card, and then we have the 2 of wands. So person number 1 or path number 1 right now, this is an arresting phase. This is a returning to their roots. This is returning to their nature. Rebalancing within the self, right? Because whenever we go into hermit mode and we balance ourselves within, the Wheel of Fortune comes after, and it's like a turn of fate, and then you get justice for whatever karma is owed to you, whether it's good or bad, right? So the hermit card, mediator, right, path number 1, there's an internal balancing going on that's bringing this transformative energy, and you could see she's reaching out with light. You know, there's butterflies here, like she might be in darkness, but she's coming up towards the light, and it's transforming, right? Her reach is transforming. What she's communicating energetically, right? The energy that she's sending out is that of transformation, right? This belief in transformation, because the 2 of wands in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a wand that's like fastened to the wall, and then one that's free, and he's holding on to the free one, and he's looking at the world, and he's got the world in his hands. And this one is about struggle, right? And you can see the masculine energy, particularly on this card. It's a father and son. You know, this could be that inner wounded child healing, right, that we were talking about, that needed to be addressed. So going with the mediator, right, if you were to go with the mediator, there would have to be some, you know, internal reflection. There would definitely be transformation back to your true nature. And transforming this 2 of wands energy, I feel like it's healing, right? I feel like it's healing. I'm going to get some clarity for the 2 of wands. Yeah, it's the Wheel of Fortune. I shit you not. That healing, that transformation, being able to energetically retreat back into yourself, that changes your life. And this person understands the need for things to be balanced, right? They understand that the actions that need to be taken, no matter what else is going on, has to be fair. Libra Mars, Libra Sun, you know what I mean? You understand that there's 2 sides, right? So you're seeing eye to eye with this person as far as a future path, and it's positive in nature, right? The Wheel of Fortune came out upright. It came out upright. That inner child wounding heals on path and person number 1. Person number 2, or path number 2, we have the Knight of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the Empress. Okay. Now, the Empress is a very alpha female energy. She's you know, with this athlete card, I mean, mind you, this athlete card was talking about feeling invincible, feeling like they've got it in the bag kind of thing. And the Empress in traditional tarot is known for being a pregnancy card, a creation card, a fertility card, you know, so you very well could be dealing with someone who might be pregnant and they think they got it in the bag, like Path and Person number 2. They think they got it in the bag. They're looking at, you know, elevating their life and their stance in life, and that's all well and good, you know, if that's what you're in it for, right? If that's what you're in it for. But with this Knight of Swords and the Five of Swords, I feel like this person is dealing and communicating, being conflicted, right? The Five of Swords, especially with this Empress card, like she could be prone to pick a fight, you know what I mean? She'd be prone to pick a fight, prone to throw her power, throw her weight around, maybe use it, you know what I mean, as power in the situation. And she communicates that very clearly, you know what I mean, that this is what she cares about and where her energy is, right? Or his, you know, her energy, you know, we got the Empress card, but his or her. So that's Path and or Person number 2. So I think one exhibits you the ability to grow, and I think the other one is truly, I mean, we got this right in the middle, surrounded by a lot of conflict. There might be a character that's being talked to, you know what I mean, like someone that's negative energy, because this communication, you know, it's a female on the Knight of Swords in this deck, which is weird because usually, you know, the knights are male, and then there's this Five of Swords, or, you know, this male on this card, and I feel like they might even be talking to someone whom, you know, you might consider bad news, and they don't care, you know what I mean, like, she's stone cold in this deck. She's not looking at you, you know, she's looking at her weapon. She's focused on her weapon and what she's creating, you know, and that's the mindset, stone solid. Like, that's the focus. That's the focus. So, Stargazer, Oracle. All right, Stargazer cards, my playing cards. What is the best choice of action? The best, highest good choice of action, right? Because this is all choices. This is all about choices. What is the highest good choice that you can make now in the present, even if it doesn't make sense, right? That you can make now in the present in regards to path number 1. If that is what you so choose, should you choose that path, what is the highest good action you can take in the present in regards to following path or person number 1? What can the divine give us? Five of Wands. Fight for it. Whew. Fight for it. With the Queen of Spades. This is the Queen of Swords. This is emotional truth being expressed. This is, the Queen of Swords is about vulnerability. It's about speaking clearly. Speaking clearly from the heart space. Give me one more. Fight for it. Speak clearly. What else? Is that it? Yeah, the the Knight of Hearts. The Jack of Hearts. The Knight of Hearts, or the Knight of Cups, is about, it's more than an apology like the Page, right? The Knight of Cups is everything the Queen of Hearts wishes the King of Hearts would be. You know, this is the Knight in shining armor. This is the heart healing, right? The heart healing the heart healing with that truth, that vulnerable truth, that effort, right, to fight for it. So it's the best action cards you could take, person number 1. Person number 2. Let me put these ones back in there. All right, so that all these cards have a fair shot at coming out again. What highest good choice can you make in the present in regards to path number 2, should you choose path number 2? The Ace of Hearts. Should you choose path number 2 in order for it to work? Ace of Cups, right? This is about choosing your direction and choosing it clearly. You see the compass points on there. This is about committing. This is about committing your heart 100%. With the 10 of Cups. Or no, I'm sorry. Ooh. This is the 10 of Spades. The 10 of Spades. So if you want emotional fulfillment, like the 10 of Hearts, you're going to have to release 10 of Spades or 10 of Swords energy, which is self-sabotaging behavior. Addictions, mind games, right? Because the 10 of Swords, there's a bunch of swords. They're all backstabbing swords. It's dealing with your inner demons. Like, it's that kind of energy. You're going to have to let it go and be completely happy, right? And be completely happy. Moving forward in the direction that you've chosen. Give me one more. If they want to choose path in person number 2, what is the best advice? My angels got jokes. That was a personal message. Eight of, and you're going to have to release this mental prison with the 8 of Swords. It's a lot of swords. Listen, I know you might, even if you might want to pick path number 2, you know, for whatever your reasons are, especially if there's, you know, a pregnancy or something like that involved. As much as you might want to start this new beginning, listen, I think you're going to end up choosing self-sabotage, and I think you're going to end up in mental entrapment, you know, mental prison. I think you're going to end up really upset with yourself for choosing path number 2 in the end, no matter which way you cut it with these 2 cards. All right, so, you know, the crosses you choose to bear are your own, right? The crosses you choose to bear are your own. There's a will, there's a way with someone who, or a path that, you know, understands that there's things that need to be worked on, right? There's things that need to be worked on for both sides of the situation. You know, they're willing to be fair, right? Justice and Libra energy, they're willing to be fair. So angel advice for Libra, closing out Libra. Angel advice. Power thought card. So for the rest of June. Here we go. What angel's working with you? Archangel Metatron. Prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated for the rest. Archangel Metatron, you know, he is the keeper of the violet flame. He gives you the signs and synchronicities. He gives you those messages, you know, those guided messages, those reassurances, like, listen, it doesn't matter what it looks like. You're being reassured through it. You're being reassured through it. You've got to prioritize, right? You've got to prioritize when you start taking steps in the right direction. No matter what those steps are. Everything that you are working towards, right? All the things that you thought maybe would fall away, all of those things will start to fall into place. You'll realize there are solutions that you might not have, you know, thought of. There's solutions, and it's just about prioritizing your energy, and energy, you follow your joy, right? You follow your joy, you do as you're guided, you follow your nudges. Power thought cards. Power thought cards for Libra. Yeah, you gotta be positive, man. My future is glorious. The divine is screaming it for you. The divine is screaming it for you. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. That's what you got coming, Libra. You can choose it for yourself. That's what you got. Either way, you look at it, you get to choose. And that's a gift. You get to choose. That's your choice. Not being stuck in anything, right? Where there's a will, there's a way. Where there is a will, there is a way. All right. Moving forward. Moving forward. We're going to start at this 32-minute mark for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is second. Then we have Aqua. Then we have Scorpio. Then we have Leo. And then you guys can tell me who you want me to do next. You guys are picking the order. You guys are picking the order. So you let me know. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. All right, so we got the timestamp for Sag. Let's see, where did I just put my deck? Thank you, thank you. Freaking love McKenna. I love her, she has no idea. Let's see. Alright, put that in there. My archetype cards. Alright, Cancer will be 6th. And Libra is done. All right. Is my connection okay, or do I look as slow on your end as I do on mine? Because I'm like, slow-mo. I'm in slow-mo. You let me know if I'm on slow-mo for you. Getting into Sagittarius. My fellow Saggies. Thank you. Connection's good? Alright. Alright, Sag. No more 3-card crap, universe. I want 1. Give me 1 for Sag. There we go. Wow. All right, Sag. Listen. Where your energy is. We got the God card. All right. We got the God card. So you're working very closely with divine energy, divine connections, higher connections. Understand that because the shadow attribute is knowing your power and not using it in an egoic way where you think you can control the way a situation unfolds, right? So don't get caught up in the inner workings, right? Stay in flow energy, because the light attribute that the universe is asking you to stay in, if you want to stay in that alignment, right? That God energy where that's divine alignment within, that's the masculine and feminine balance within the self. All right, because you can even see the person on this card, it's an androgynous person. It's not actually, it doesn't, you can't tell really if it's male or female. And it's got this huge halo around the crown, like the divine has completely lit it up. Like this is doing as you're guided, right? Gold is masculine energy. This is solar plexus chakra. This is moving forward confidently in your light. All right, benevolence and compassion, recognizing the eternal force within yourself and others. You know, everybody has that God element within them where they can divinely align within themselves at any time and snap, right? Snap their energy into alignment. You know, it's like we were talking about earlier in one of the videos that I loaded, right? The video that I loaded on YouTube earlier. I was talking about the different pathways when you stray away from the path. You know, this is understanding the power of like teleportation, right? That no matter where you are in the path, you can divinely align and reconnect and kind of teleport there, right? And other people could do the same thing. Like other people could snap too. So you have to be aware, like even though you're going with the flow, right? Because you're not paying mind. You're not paying mind to the events going on in the outer or in the background. That is not your focus. Your focus is the flow, right? The flow, staying in divine alignment. Staying in divine alignment, knowing that that transition of, you know, the universe dropping a blessing on you could come at any time. Right? The universe can drop blessings at any time when you're in alignment with this energy. So just be aware as you continue to just do as you're guided, even if it doesn't make sense. Even if a part of you is resistant, right? Even if a part of you is resistant, if you understand that energy of alignment and someone else is reaching out to you and you are in that energy, they're aligning with you. They are aligning with your energy and you are being asked to observe the experience of it unfolding. However that needs to be done. You observe the experience as it unfolds because it's either going to give you the opportunity to elevate and raise your vibration higher, or it's going to test you and you're going to be able to say, no, I'm not aligned with that. It's not resonating, you know what I mean? So that you can maintain and continue. So understand, Sag, the rest of June, this is about you staying in alignment. If people are reaching out to you to connect with you, it doesn't matter who they are, right? Because we're going to get into each path. It doesn't matter who they are, but if they're reaching out to you and they are making the effort, it's because they are the ones that are in alignment with you, and that is the path that you need to be taking, right? Stay in alignment. Stay in alignment. Trust your own energy, trust your own vibration, and stay in alignment. They're able to connect with you because they're aligned. If they're not connecting with you, they're just not aligned. All right. Wisdom of the Oracle. How is the universe going to make sure this unfolds? 2 more cards. All right. All right, Sag. So you've got unfinished business, right? We have unfinished symphony. This is a soul song, right? There's connection. There's connection and chemistry. And you're getting the signs and synchronicities, right? The little birds. We've got the hummingbirds there, you know, the little teeny voices, the small ones, you know, that drink the sweetness of life, right? They're all about that nectar, that sweet, you know, watery, sugary nectar that's their life force energy, you know. You're having these positive, right? These little positive communication pings coming in from the universe. And we do have the 10, right? We do have the 10, which is like a wheel of fortune. It's completing energy. It's completing a cycle in order to start a new one. And there's something that's left open. And you have to ask yourself why, right? Why isn't this wrapped up yet? Why isn't this door closed yet, right? Why is it unfinished? What is the universe creating from it, right? Because you see the divine inside this egg here that she's sitting on. And she literally has makeup on like a clown. And so she feels like a clown, right? There's this feeling of being a clown with this universal egg, and it's not fucking hatching, right? It's not fucking hatching. And so she's asking herself why, right? Sagittarius is asking themselves why. Why am I waiting? Why am I waiting for this egg to crack. And they're going back, right? You can see this book is the Akashic Records. They're going back and doing the healing, because stagnancy, anytime you deal with stagnant energy and there's no change, it's like death to the self. That's when you get into redundancy. That's when life becomes boring. That's when you just start to grow old and you're not living anymore. You know what I mean? So when you're in this stuck energy, right, where you're just waiting on something, you're like, why am I waiting? Why am I fucking waiting, universe? Like, show me why. Tell me why. And the universe is going to bring you the Akashic Records, and you're going to start to go into that hermit mode and heal yourself and figure that shit out. And you regenerate. You regenerate, and you connect with your soul tribe. You connect with the people that are aligned, right? We were talking about alignment. When you stop waiting around on these unfinished, doors still open bullshit, when you start asking yourself, why the fuck am I waiting? And you go, right? Flow. You go flow. You go flow. Sagittarius, right? Taking flight. Taking flight. Once Sag runs, you know what I mean? Like, Sag is being reborn. Sag, this is all about the phoenix rising. This is regeneration. This is like the phoenix card. This is the phoenix card. And this is about burning everything down and starting fresh. Starting fresh in your truth, wrapped in truth. That ribbon, that light blue ribbon. Having the divine start to shine its light on you. These sparkles of miracle that we were talking about. Letting the universe just start to drop little miracles in your life, letting the things unfold in the flow, right? You're aligning with people, with other souls that are supportive and nurturing of your inner child. And you see that hummingbird? See, I told you it's okay. I told you it's okay. Words of whispers and words of sweetness. That little birdie's coming in whispering, like, why are you waiting, Sag? You're over here sitting on this egg, waiting for the big one to hatch. And the hummingbird's like, hey, it's not always the big eggs that have the best reward. That little hummingbird's like, listen, look where I could take you. And so Sag is listening. Sag is listening. They're not waiting anymore. They've done the healing work, right? They've gone in, done the healing work. They've gone through that death transformation energy, that phoenix reborn from the ashes, stronger than you were before energy. And they're connecting. They're finally connecting with people that are aligned with their soul, right? That are aligned with their energy on this path. So, Sag. Path 1, path 2. Path 1, path 2. Person 1, person 2. What is going on? Path number 1. Person path number 1. What is the energy of them? Yeah, McKenna. Hermit mode's been imperative. Anybody who can detach and go in hermit mode right now is going to fare better in the long run. Facing the energy head on as opposed to avoiding it, right? And getting into escapisms, whether it's overworking or overindulging, whatever it is. Distractive energy, right? People that are going in hermit mode and really focusing on it are going to feel them blessings a lot sooner. All right. Path number 1. Path of person number 1. Energies. And number 2. Okay. Path number 1 is the exorcist. Path number 2 is the mystic. Okay. Path and or person number 1. The shadow attribute is that there is a fear of facing their own demons. Okay, in order for it to heal, right, if they've manifested experiencing their demons in the 3D, there's this shadow attribute that they're dealing with, that they are afraid to face their demons. They're afraid, right? They know, it's like they know what they've created because they recognize it, and they recognize it because it was them. You know what I mean? Like, that's why. And they know how hard that is. And at the end of the day, you know, the light attribute that it's pushing them towards is freeing yourself and others from their destructive impulses, right? It says from destructive impulses. So this path, if you were to, let's just say, wait, right? If you were to wait, this person is overcoming the fear of their demons, facing their demons, and understanding that destructive impulse is different than impulse. There's destructive impulses, right? When you do things reacting to the resistance to facing your demons, right? And then there's impulse as you're divinely guided because it's resonating on a soul level. And this person is, or this path is, healing the ability to trust positive healing impulse, not being afraid to face what they know they need to face moving forward. You know, this is a very deep, you see the shaman here, you know, and shamans work in past lives, you know, so this person or this path is very attached to the healing energies of your past. And I feel like with you, because this is, you know, them, it's their path, it's their energy, but I feel as it relates to you, I think you're also maybe freeing yourself of destructive impulses with this person. Like when you realize that they're not ready to face themselves in you or in others, like when they're not ready to face their demons, what they've created, right? When they're not prepared to clean up their mess with love energy, you know, you also have to free yourself from that energy, because that's destructive. That's not taking ownership, right? It's not taking ownership and clearing, right? And rectifying. There's no justice there. So, you know what I mean? Keep that in mind with path number 1. Path number 2, we have the mystic. All right. Now, the shadow attribute is having a delusional rapport with the divine. So, you know, I'm being told this person or this energy they don't believe the same way. They don't believe the same way. When I'm delusional rapport with the divine, I'm hearing there is no God, God hates me, fuck my life kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, that's the energy that this person's shadow sinks to. When they don't get what they think they want, right? When they don't get what they think they want, you know, because this energy is someone who's like trying to manifest, and they're like, oh, I know I'm deserving, I know I'm worth that person, but they're not realizing that they're hung up on a specific, you know what I mean? And sometimes the specific, like, I'm almost getting I'm getting this feeling like someone's trying to manifest you. Like, they have this elaborate dream, right? They have this elaborate dream that it could happen, you know, like they're manifesting it and they truly do believe it, but there's delusion here, you know. So even though the energy might be correct and that they deserve, they're projecting it specifically on you, Sag, and it's misplaced, right? I'm getting very clearly that it's misplaced, you know. And this is about learning how to revel in an intimate union with the divine, knowing that just because there's feelings and emotions there doesn't mean that they're attached to the right things, right? So you might have someone who's maybe even a little obsessed, you know. So Sag might say, fuck both these paths, I'm gonna be single, bitches. Sag might say, fuck this shit, like, I'm free, and I'm going in flow. She said both of those, like, I'm gonna go on my own path. Let's get Sag a third path. Fuck the bullshit. Let's get Sag a third path. What else is going on? Who's the third person or the third path for Sag? Give me one more energy. Oh yeah, we got the rebel. We got the rebel. Oh yeah, Sag is going on their own fucking path. They said, fuck your demon shit. No fucking time. Fuck your obsessive stuff. I love you, I appreciate you, but so not in that way. I am doing my own motherfucking thing. Yeah, Sag. Free fucking spirit, right? Challenging authority and the effect of social change, rejecting systems that don't serve the inner needs. Yeah. Rebelling against, you know, pressure and fashion and authority. You know, the third path, Sag, is wide open for you to just fucking shine like the diamond that you are, all by your fucking self. You don't need any of this relationship jargon at all. All right, at all. So let's get some unfolding energies, right? Let's do the tarot anyway, because I mean, I already know I'm picking path. Numero tres. I'm going the fuck out that door, you know? So let's just say, all jokes aside, let's see what's unfolding in the background, right, with these energies. So if you're cross-watching for a Sag, you know what these different paths are opening, right? What doors they're opening for Sagittarius. You know what energy is going on in the background. So the Exorcist energy, the one that needs to free themselves. Wow, we have the World. Or no, sorry, the Moon. We have the Moon. Give me two more cards. So this is illusion, right? So right off the bat, this person is facing their demons and got the Moon card. So it's almost like they're comfortable sitting in them with the Moon. This is the illusion. You can't get comfortable sitting in your demons. You can't get comfortable sitting in your darkness and subject yourself to that and say, nah, you know, it's too hard. I don't want to face my demons. Like, I don't want to take ownership for what I created. I don't want to take ownership for what I started and fix it. You know what I mean? Like, this is the illusion. You can't do that. We have the Seven of Cups. It's going to cause confusion. It's going to cause confusion. You know, or it's causing confusion in the present for them. You know, the fact that they're not facing their demons or they're not taking ownership, it's causing confusion in their emotions, having a lot of choices, feeling at the mercy of the dragon, you know, that's right in front of them that they're seeing, and they're like, fuck, you know what I mean? Because they see, like, out of all the fog, it is the dragon that's the choice, you know, so it's like, you need it's fire breather, you know. Third card. Page of Wands. Yeah, it requires a complete transformation of the self, hell or high water. That's what this card is. Path number 1, right? If you end up choosing path number 1, know that that person or that path is covered in confusion and illusion right now, right? In June, it's covered with confusion and illusion. And it requires a total reinvention of the self, right, from that person, whoever that is. They have to let their fears go. They have to let their demons go, and they have to trust, right? They have to trust freeing themselves from their self-sabotaging behavior, right? Impulses that are destructive. So, path number 2, the mystic, or the one who is trying to manifest you. Okay? The person that is trying to manifest you, Sag. What is the unfolding of this? How is this going to look? We've got the Ten of Swords, yo. You're either going to absolutely crush them or break their heart, or they are going to realize and feel really stupid. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up. You know what I mean? If you're trying to manifest somebody, don't feel fucking stupid when you realize that, you know, they're here, you know what I mean, helping you learn, helping you understand yourself. You know, they're a friend. You know, Sagittariuses are like the best friends of the zodiac. They're super supportive, you know, of all of the people that they connect with. They're social butterflies. You know, they connect with a lot of people. You know, don't feel stupid. Don't feel stupid, because I feel like this person's going to feel stupid. Or they're going to feel like maybe you broke their heart and you betrayed them because, you know, they've done all this or that. And it's like, listen, you know, this person, you know, you can put a lot of energy into manifesting. And what you're doing is you're putting out positive love vibrations towards someone, and it's helping them in their journey. And that's going to come back to you, you know, karmically via the universe. You're going to get the payout for that later, right? The way you're meant to, right? The way you're meant to, just because you're rippling love energy out there. So don't get upset. 2 more cards. The Six of Wands. The Six of Wands. It's all good, right? Because the Six of Wands is a victory card. And you could see, you know, they're both facing off against each other, and, you know, somebody really does want it, and the person's like, yeah, but you're really not my one. You know what I mean? Like, it's that kind of, but you're really not my one, and it's like, yeah, but we could win, you know, but we could win. It's this kind of energy where it's, they don't want to give up. You know what I mean? They really do truly like you a lot, and they don't want to give up. Otherwise, they wouldn't be popping up in this reading. You know what I mean? If they were just somebody who truly didn't matter, I don't think they'd make it in this spread as a path, especially because I went and pulled a 3rd one. So, on the Sun card, this person might actually, how about this? Talk about this, right? The Dark Horse. This person might legitimately say, listen, don't count me out, right? They might be saying, don't count me out. This person or path number 1 requires a complete transformation. They're hung up in their fucking demons. And this person is manifesting. They're like, listen, I know I'm fucking aligned. I know I'm aligned. I know I'm aligned, right? And they're like fingers crossed, hoping to God that they align with you. And they're offering you what they're offering you, despite the fact that they might feel stupid about it. Listen, a part of them might legitimately feel stupid, like they are setting themselves up for failure. They are setting themselves up for heartbreak. They are setting themselves up for the worst. Like, they might be terrified, moving in your direction, wondering if they're really feeling this for a reason. Because they've got victory on their mind. They don't want to take no for an answer. Like, they are ready to offer you the sun. They're ready to come in on being drawn to the cape. This is like a divine feminine. This is a really powerful divine feminine energy within the self. So if this is a man going towards a woman, this is a man who is very much in his feminine, receptive energy, who is ready to pour light. Just pour light. Pour light into your life. Give you some more clarity. we were getting all ready to take the rebel path. Yo, we got the 4 of Cups. You might not want to miss this opportunity, Sag. Wow. Sag didn't see that coming. Really? Yo, I'm hearing someone wants to be the light of your life? The light of your life? What are they offering? What is this? They want, wow, and it came out in the reverse. They want to claim you. The 9 of Pentacles, right? This is the independent woman, Sag. So You know, this is the all-powerful, I am in my essence, I am manifesting, I am aligned, and they're like, yeah, and I want to make you mine. They want your good side, your bad side, all your sides. Like, wow. Okay. Alright, so path 2 is a serious contender, alright? Path 2 is a contender. What's going on for path 3, right? If we decide to say fuck all of it, we just go rebel, right? We just go rebel. What happens? We go divine rebel. Wheel of Fortune, you end up finding love anyway. With the Knight of Cups. You're going to find love anyway. No matter what. I think that Wheel of Fortune, if you go revel it out, you might end up right smack dab with person number 2. Just by chance. You know what I mean? Because this Knight of Cups energy has that vibration is what I'm picking up on. It's like his dragon. You know what I mean? His dragon here, like you might run right into it. You know, because this is the Six of Wands energy, and you see the 2 dragons, and that's his dragon right here. And he's got his little you know, fighting for it. He's like, yes, you know, like the eagle has landed, right? The eagle has landed. Victory! Like, I fucking got it! With the Wheel of Fortune. Sag, the universe has surprises for you. You don't even fucking know. You don't even know. Alright. So let's get into the Stargazer, right? So what are the best choice of actions for these 3 paths, right? Highest good choices. Highest good choices. Highest good actions, right? Choices are all about actions. So let's see. What is your highest good right now in regards to path number 1 with the Exorcist energy? Fear of taking ownership. Needing to free themselves, probably clear their throat, right? We got the Queen of Wands. Choose to manifest better. Choose to manifest from your heart space and just stay in flow with this, because that's what the Queen of Wands is all about. It's manifesting from a receptive place within, you know, where she's grounded and she knows that she's magic, right? It's that element of magic where she's creating miracles. Believe in miracles. If you want to choose path number 1, you're gonna need to believe in fucking miracles. You're gonna need to believe in miracles. I hope you believe in miracles. If that's what you want. Whoa. Yeah, seriously, fucking miracles. A lot of crap. Almost. Yeah. I think this person, I think they have a lot of love to give with the King of Hearts that's standing out. I think they have a lot of love to give. It's just that they're holding back because the King of Cups is emotionally reserved, right? And then we have this 2 of Swords, right? The 2 of Spades on the bottom, which is, you know, having to make a choice, having to make an option. Like, do I or don't I transform? Do I or don't I face my demons? Do I or don't I take ownership? Do I or don't I commit to fixing, right? And healing, right? So what's the highest good choices for path number 2? What's the highest good choice you can make right now? Yeah, this person fucking loves you, yo. Got the Knight of Cups. Yeah, this person fucking loves you. They're like, I'm hearing mystified, right? Because we got the Mystic card. I feel like they're mystified by you, like completely mesmerized by you. Like they just want to give you everything. That's all they want to do. They just fucking love you. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is burden, right? So this person, give me clarity on that. Because I know what I want to say. Give me clarity on the burdens. Give me one more card. Clarified burdens. 2 more. 8 of Cups and 2 of Wands. All right, so this person, like, they might be so into you and everything that you stand for, or what they believe, right, that you stand for. And I feel like this person maybe thinks that you're going to help them move forward, you're going to help them release their burdens. With the Two of Wands, it's really considering it, because like I said, the Two of Wands is all about considering a new horizon. And I think that at the end of the day, this is just maybe something that you should consider for now, as of, the rest of June. Just consider it for now as an option in the background, a back burner thing. Rebel, woo! You choose that path, you're gonna be making money, honey. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Diamonds, woo! Shit. That came flying the fuck out, yo. Focus on that money. Challenge authority. Challenge the systems. Challenge beliefs. You're gonna be making money. Is that the only focus? Is that all you can expect from path number 3? It's all money? Is that it? Here we go. Yeah. Wow. Where'd that go? Come back card. 7 of Wands. There's 7 of Clubs, right? Standing your ground. This is like, I'm getting almost like this activist kind of energy where you're supporting other people in the community, right? Through your experience or what it is that you do, that challenging energy. I'm seeing platforms. This Ace of Diamonds, I'm seeing platforms. So, hell yeah, Sag. Hell yeah. So those are the 3 paths. Those are your highest good choices as far as each of them. All right, what you can expect to unfold should you take them. All right, so now angel cards. Yeah, remember who you are. You are the creator. You are. This is Archangel Michael. You are a powerful, loving, and creative child of God. You are very loved. This is that divine alignment, right? That God energy that we pulled from the archetype deck at the very beginning of your reading when we started. Remember who you are. All aspects of yourself are included. All aspects of yourself. They are all parts of who you are. You embrace them all. And remember, you are the creator of your reality when you are in the flow of your energy. When there's no resistance to who you are. And your truth is just right there for you to receive and understand and process so that you can move forward. Archangel Michael is protecting you. He's protecting you. He's keeping you shielded from negative energies. So path number 1 is dealing with demons, and path number 2 has burdens they're dealing with. You know what I mean? You're being divinely protected. Like, listen, you still got a back door. You still have path number 3, which is all about you, baby. It's all about you. So, Power Thought card. Final message for Sag. Divine wisdom guides me. Can't stress it enough, Sag. Just keep doing it. You're guided. I am guided throughout this day in making the right choices. Divine intelligence continuously guides me in the realization of my goals. I am safe. You are safe on the path. The universe is protecting you. Look at all this blue energy. It's protecting your truth. It's protecting your vision. It's protecting you. And we have life is simple and easy. Look, racing off, taking off, stamina to keep on going. I'm taking off, Sag. Life is simple and easy. All that I need to know at any given moment is revealed to me. I trust myself and I trust life. All is well. Sag is doing them. Sag is in the flow and they are doing them. Fuck yeah, Sag. Fuck yeah. That's that energy. You know that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people, and the people that are not connecting with you, The people that are not able to connect with you, they are not in alignment with you. Plain and simple. And you have no problem accepting that. You're like, all right, thanks, universe, because I'm going with the flow. So if it didn't need to be blocked, it wouldn't have been, so thanks. If they were meant to reach out to me, they would, so I guess we're not aligned. Thanks. Keep going with the flow. Oh, hey, I get to connect with you today. Oh, hey, I got to receive your energy today. Cool. We're connecting. We're aligned. That's awesome. Sag is connecting with who's aligned. They know who the fuck they are. All aspects. They know who they are. Alright. Moving forward. Aqua. We have Aquarius. Then Scorpio, then Leo, and then Cancer. And then I'm going to see where we are on time, guys, because these ones are a little bit longer. They're the mid-monthlies. They're a little bit longer. So there might be part 2, because I know these Facebook lives only run for like a 4-hour max, and I'm already at 1:15, and I've only done 2 signs. So make sure, too, you guys catch the replays. You'll be able to go on all the timestamps thanks to McKenna. Okay. Moving into Aquarius. Hell, I might even do these in parts and like take breaks to eat snacks and do human stuff. You know what I mean? In between. Kind of, sort of human. Alright. We'll see. I might not be that needy today. Hey, hey, hey. Alright, Aquarius. Aquarius. Yeah, 1 hour 16. Cool. Where's your energy at? Where's the light and shadow? Where's your energy, Aqua? The Advocate. The Advocate. Now, the shadow attribute is simply a reminder to keep your heart in the right place, right? You don't want to advocate anybody or do anything or promote anything or grow something, right? Because I'm getting this here, right? This little bubble. You don't want to grow something for the sake of gaining something and only gaining something, right? There's this little keynote reminder with all this green energy too to keep your heart in it. You know, it's love energy that ripples and grows in return, right? In returns. When you put out love energy, that's what comes back. When it's unconditional and there's no expectation, right? That you do it because it feels really good to get that information out there. It feels really good to, you know, communicate a certain message because, you know, it's going to help other people or, you know, it's going to benefit someone in particular. You know, you're doing it from a loving place because you know it needs to be received from out there, but there's no expectation of actually getting the return. And that's how you get the return, right? Just genuinely doing, being an advocate for what you're compassionate about and have passion about, you know, which is the light attribute. Inspires you to put compassion into action. And that's exactly what the universe is focusing on, is just putting your compassion like on full blast. Right? Compassion on full blast with the Advocate. So, in order to do that, what does that path look like unfolding? Yeah, laying foundation, building blocks, looking to the future, developing, I'm hearing developing positive programming, right? That's the foundation, positive programming, making sure your heart's always in flow, right? Always in flow. Receiving the signs and synchronicities and the reassurances from the universe that you're doing just fine, right? You're getting reassurances and messages from the universe that you're doing just fine in the flow. Just fine in the flow. Don't expect any return. Just continue to let your love flow out there as you're guided. You know, follow your nudges. And we get to be fair because the universe always balances It always pays debts. So if you are outpouring unconditional love with no expectation of anything in return, you know, out into the universe, out for the divine, the universe is like, yo, we owe her some love, yo. We owe her some love, right? We owe him some love, you know? So, you know, make sure you keep it in mind, Aquarius. For the end of June, what love you put out, even if it doesn't come back right away, even if it doesn't come back from the source that you're giving it to, it does come back, right? The love comes back. And that might be a lesson that you even learn observing another, you know, when other people put out love energy, it does come back to them. And so you're learning that, you know, you're learning that same lesson, and you're like, okay, you know what, I'm going to follow the signs, I'm going to follow the synchronicities, I'm going to start going with the flow, I'm going to start not expecting things and just being good, right? It's like that pay it forward energy, where it just becomes a part of your character, and you just do good things because it just feels good to do good things. It feels good to offer, you know, it feels good to be there, and be supportive, or whatever, okay? So, path 1, path 2, person 1, person 2, choice 1, choice 2, whatever you want to look at it. Here we go. Path number 1. Ooh, the Queen is taking a risk. Divine feminine energy, being receptive, taking a risk. Knowing, ooh, versus the trickster. Path number 2 is tricky, tricky. Okay. So path number 2, just know someone is the shadow attribute. They're getting away from manipulating through multiple faces, right? They're one way in front of you, and one way in front of another, or like another person. Or if this is a circumstance instead, like read the fine print. You know what I mean? Don't just take their word for it. Read it through. Because someone might be coming off like they're giving you the best deal ever, and they're fucking you over. You know what I mean? So be really careful, because there's a tendency with path number 2 or person number 2 to be taken advantage of. They're realizing that they're being pushed, right, in this path. What you would learn on this path, as they would learn on this path, is not being predictable, right? Not reacting with predictable behavior or doing what's expected, right? Which is the light attribute. Getting away from predictability, getting away from that stuffy kind of energy where it's controlling, right? It's controlling. So it's a very controlling path, and that path you'd have to break the control, right? That would be path number 2's lesson. Path number 1, let's get into these two, because I really do prefer to talk about path number 1 with the Queen and the Gambler. This is not about becoming arrogant, right? Or controlling or demanding, and relying on luck, you know, over hard work. Like, if you're going to be the Queen and you're going to take this leap forward, you're definitely going to have to hone in on your light attributes. And the light attributes is radiating that receptive, you know, regal, feminine energy that loves others and wants to protect others. It's like that benevolent authority to protect others. It's her nature as the Queen to be loved by the people of the kingdom. Like, she's the Queen. Everybody loves their Queen. You know, this is not, you know, Cersei from Game of Thrones. You know, this is like Sansa. You know, where everybody loves her and she acts for the people. She has their highest good at heart. You know, and it's taking a risk on yourself and doing the hard work. Willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. A willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you, because your intuition is through the fucking roof with the Queen. Don't let anybody tell you different, right? Path number 1. Path number 1, this is like your freedom, right? This is like your freedom path. And then this is one that is very controlled, and it's almost like another healing lesson, so just be aware of path number 2. Let's see here. Barbary Tarot. How is number 1 unfolding? What is going on in the background for that? Knight of Coins, it's slow moving. 2 of Cups, but it is completely in touch with your inner being, right? The reflection on the water, which is the feminine energy. Completely aligned. I don't think you have to do anything. You had Queen of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles, there's like steps that need to be taken. And don't put it on other people. Don't put it on other people. If you want it done, you're going to have to do it yourself. Know that. Path number 1, you're going to have to choose it for yourself. That is just the way the cookie's crumbling, okay? Path number 2. What energy is going on in the background with path number 2? I'm seeing an image of someone typing a mile a minute. Like on a keyboard, like they're writing a really long email. Yes, 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands in the reverse. This is a lose situation. This is a lose situation. This is someone who's very defensive. You know, they're like, well, this is what I think, I want, I feel, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, you gotta move on from this. It might even be an unhealthy, you know, the rabbit is all about maternal energy and fertility or things like that. So it might be someone in your head who is kind of messing with you about responsibilities, maybe around, you know, being a mother or femininity. You know, take it how it resonates. It could be a person, you know, whatever. But I'm feeling like, yeah, this person, I feel like this person knows that you're not gonna fall for this stuff. You know what I mean? The only thing that I'm gonna say is, because, like I said, I don't think you're gonna end. I think you could see right through path number 2. But it's a matter of, if you're gonna get path number 1, then you have to do it yourself. You know, you have to take the actions yourself, or the plan yourself. You know, you have to listen to your intuition calling shots, right? Listen to your intuition calling shots. Stargazer. Best choice you can make now in regards to pursuing path number 1. Best choice you can make now in regards to pursuing path number 1. Again, the Knight of Pentacles. You know, the Knight of Diamonds. So just take it slow, plan accordingly. No rush. We had 2 Knights of Pentacles come out, so no rush on path number 1. Just go with that flow, right? Do as you're guided. Best choice in the present in regards to path number 2. 10 of Hearts. I'm hearing send them love, or send it love, or wish them nothing but the best. You know what I mean? Just flood it with love. Kill it with kindness. Kill it with kindness. Matter of fact, you might want to put that song on by Selena Gomez on repeat if you start thinking about them, because you probably already know who they are. Send them love. Send them love. Whatever you... Yep. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Love you. All right. Angel advice. Aqua angel advice. What angel messages do we have for ya? Yeah. Yeah, the end of June, if you already avoided it, and this is for mid-month, you're going to be seeing why it was a good idea to avoid path number 2. The universe is going to show you. Get your popcorn ready. And breathe. And breathe through it, because this is energy that hasn't come yet. Just know. We're clearing things. Healing things. This is Archangel Raphael. He's a healer. He's a divine healer. Take several deep breaths and exhale slowly to awaken your energy and to release old patterns. Aquarius, your angels are reminding you that when someone triggers you or a circumstance triggers you, or looking at what you have to do is triggering you, before you respond and react, just take a few minutes to catch your breath. And recenter yourself. Detach from the energy that you're feeling for just long enough to breathe. You know what I mean? And then proceed. Like Knight of Coins, proceed with caution. If you need to take a breath, you need to sleep on it. You just don't want to fucking answer right now. You will answer when you feel guided to answer. The universe will show you why that breath, that time to breathe was necessary. It'll help you move forward. Okay. It'll help you move forward. This is observe. Observe. Okay. Power thought. I release all criticism. I release all criticism, I'm going to say, of yourself and others. Don't be overcritical of yourself. You got to do what you need to do. Don't be so critical of others either and judge others, because you know what? They're fucking healing too. Yeah. So it says, I only give out that which I wish to receive in return. My love and acceptance of others is mirrored to me in every moment. And that's just it. If you can't give them unconditionally loving energy, then just don't give them any. Don't give them negative time, attention, thought. Forget about it. Move on to the next thought. The better thought, better energy, better environment, better situation, circumstance, whatever, have it. Release all criticism. And then we have, I am willing to change. And we got the blue butterfly. Transformation, right? Accepting the new. I am willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. You know, and that's exactly what this is. This is getting rid of that old predictable behavior. You know, you're willing to change. You're just not buying into that old game. Right? You're not buying into the old game. Yeah, and you're just like, I could see that a mile away. Right? I could see path 2 coming a mile away. I'm not entertaining it. Universe is pretty fucking cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it does stuff like that. It does stuff like that. Alright. So Aqua is good. Oop. Okay. Moving on to Scorpio. I think what I'll do is I'm going to take a break after Scorpio. I'm at an hour and a half. I'm going to take a break after Scorpio. I'm going to eat and do just a couple human things. This way you guys can do whatever you need to do real quick. Eat, go to the bathroom, do other human things. You know what I mean? And then I'll start a part 2 with Leo, and then we'll go into Cancer on part 2, and then you guys can pick the remaining. We'll do at least 2 more, right, in that live. I'm probably going to do a part 3. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I might need a cup of coffee. Scorpio. I'm being told to keep this for your energy. The Messiah. We have the Messiah. This will be interesting. I have Scorpio Venus. Okay. As a Sagittarius sun, I got the God card. Now as a Scorpio Venus, I'm getting Messiah, and I'm like, no. Like, maybe I just want to be, person. I don't want to be saving nothing. Rebel, I'm out, right? Rebel, I'm out. All right, getting back to Scorpio. Listen, we got the Messiah card for your energy. All right, now the shadow attribute of the Messiah is about the exaggerated belief that you are the only means in which someone or something can succeed, right? Because there's multiple pathways to get to the same destination of healing. So, where there's a will, there's a way. And just because someone takes a certain path and it's not the one that you see, it doesn't mean that they're not going to heal the same way, right? Or that they're not going to get there even if it's the long road. So be aware, you're not the only, Scorpio, you are not the only option, right? Or there is more than one option than you're seeing, right? There's more than one option as you're seeing. Scorpio South Node's karma. Yeah, watch self-sabotaging behavior. You know what I mean? Oh, North Node? Yeah, watch self-sabotaging behavior. It's your job, right? Your destiny to kind of overcome that and sense it before it hits, right? Sense it before it hits. But yeah, Scorpio as an energy in general heals the deepest soul wounds in others through interacting with them. They heal the deepest kinds, right? The inner child healing. The inner child healing that takes place in our lifetimes that we go through. Refinding our pure innocence of being, before life damaged us and left us jaded, I'm feeling, Scorpio, that it's okay to let others go heal without you. You know what I mean? It's this acceptance of letting others go heal without you. I mean, it's the shadow attribute that's passing, right? Because that's the intention I held when I pulled the cards. It's what shadow attribute are we releasing? And so I think you're realizing that, like, if people are going to heal, it's going to be on their time. It's going to be on their own accord. It's going to be up to them, whether they bear or break or burn, their crosses, your healing and what you can offer, the path you can offer, even if it's a quick path, even if it's a great path, this is absolutely accepting that it's okay. They'll heal another way, right? The universe is letting you know they'll heal another way, or you'll heal another way. The healing will come back to you another way. So, yeah, I know. I'm the same way. I want to be the one. I mean, it's not even because we want to gloat, right? It's just because we want to be able to feel like we did it. It feels really good, Scorpio energy. It feels really good to see someone that you were helping absolutely rise out of their own ashes. Scorpionic energy is like, the kind of energy that'll shake the shit out of you. Like, please don't fucking sabotage yourself. You know what I mean? Scorpio will sabotage themselves in order to keep somebody else from sabotaging themselves. Scorpios love really, really deep, and most people don't understand what that kind of love is until after they've lost it, which is why Scorpio falls victim to addictions, right? Or they fall into addictive patterns, or, you know, they end up in situations where they're, you know, depressed for periods of time because they don't understand, you know, why what they offer is not received well, you know, why they're always, you know, losing people, you know, because Scorpios, I'll say this because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and it's the unconscious mind, it's the unconscious healing. People with really strong Pluto in their chart, or wherever their Pluto, you know, placement is, or whatever is in the house ruled by Scorpio in their chart, whatever those placements are, that's where they tend to learn their hardest karmic lessons too, you know, their deepest healing. And it's a difficult placement, you know. Pluto placements, wherever they are difficult placements. If you have planets inside Scorpio, they're healing placements. It's real deep. It's the stuff that we don't understand, that, you know, we manifest from. So just know, you know, that your scorpionic energy, right, at the end of the day, with the Messiah energy, it's serving humanity with humility. Like, you know, you might have taught someone the lessons of their lifetime, and you don't get to reap the rewards of that. You know, they're going to take those lessons that they learned and they're going to apply it to somebody else, and that's what was meant to be. Scorpionic energy is deeply healing, you know, and so it's almost like embracing the part of your path that unconditionally heals without necessarily receiving the same healing, but taking on damage, right? Scorpios can take on damage. They get lost in the sadness, right? Sometimes of constant loss, because it's deep for them, you know. Loss hits them deep, especially in those areas where they have those placements. It hits them really deep. And so, you know, sometimes Scorpios need saving. And so this is what I get when I'm, you know, pulling this energy for you now, Scorpio. I feel like if you've been that person where you've wanted to help and you wanted to see someone succeed and you wanted to rise with them and you wanted to be that person, you know, you need to understand that whatever lessons you needed to teach them are going to help them on their journey moving forward, and that your 15 minutes of fame, you know, and their life's journey might just be over. You know, Scorpios go through many losses, so keep that in mind. Scorpio, and if you maintain this light attribute, you will also get yours. You know what I mean? You will also get yours. You will find someone who has that Scorpio energy and just the right placements for you. You know what I mean? So just know that. So with that energy, what does the universe have unfolding for you for the end of June? Yeah, the universe is going to be dropping blessings on you. It's going to be giving you gifts. You know, you're exchanging energy when you selflessly give like that, and you give that healing to someone, and you don't get to reap the rewards of it. The universe blesses you. It blesses you in those areas. Two more cards. You get blessed. Wow, and soulmate, I shit you not. I shit you not. I shit you not. The universe is bringing in, if you were someone's savior, in a sense, and you knew it, and that energy was just rejected, the universe is absolutely giving you a gift. They're blessing you with a soulmate. They're blessing you with someone that absolutely returns that vibration that you put out to you. Yo, Scorpio, get ready for blessings. Get ready for blessings. When I'm hearing, it's raining men, hallelujah, it's raining men, amen. Listen, the right one's about to rain down into your life. Scorpio. Know that. So let's see. Let's see then, right? Path 1, path 2. Or person 1 or person 2. So you take it how it resonates for you, Scorpios. Whether you are watching this in divine time during the replay or you are catching it now. Alright, ooh. Path number 1. Path number 2. I was asked to peek at the bottom of the deck for the underlying energy. And we got the detective in there peeking. So Scorpio, underlying energy with both of these paths, just observe. Whether they're two people or two paths, just observe. Do some digging. Ask the right questions. Ask the right questions. Path number 1. This is why. Got the bully card. Path number 1 is someone who blows a lot of hot air. Okay? Or it's something, it's a path or a circumstance or experience that you feel like you have no choice but to pursue it. Okay? This is someone who is concealing deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. This is someone who's potentially narcissistic. Now the shadow, right, because this is the shadow and we are transcending to the light, this energy very well could be illuminated, right? Being illuminated in order to release the shadow. So the light attribute is highlighting the tendency to intimidate others, and it helps to confront your inner fears that bully you. Getting over that energy of feeling intimidated by someone. Okay? Path number 1 is facing your fears and being able to stand your ground and not submit to this path's intimidating nature, right? So this energy is someone or something that is really strong in character that you tend to submit to. It's intimidation. Okay? This card is asking you, if you pursue path number 1, you are going to seriously need to hold your own and take no shit. Right? Take no prisoners, have no mercy. Like, you're just going to have to address this energy direct, right? Direct, because if you're going to have to mirror it back to itself. Is what I'm feeling. You're going to have to mirror it back to itself. Like, do not let it push and control and maneuver. You have to flow, right? You have to trust your inner guidance with this energy and simply hold your power. Hold your power with path number 1 if you're dealing with this. Path number 2, we have Don Juan. Oh, we have Mr. or Mrs. Sexy. This is someone who, ooh, watch. Scorpio, I just heard someone might want to get you pregnant. They don't want you going nowhere. Yo, this Don Juan might have a hidden agenda. Just be aware. Someone that you're fucking around with or dealing with, if you're looking at this as person number 2, you know, instead of path number 2, person number 2 could very well be wanting to lock that shit the fuck down. So maintain your birth control, wear your condoms, use protection, whatever you gotta do, okay? Because that energy is in the cosmos too. It's kind of crazy. So, outside of that, using the power of attraction for a private agenda. I'm hearing ulterior motives. You know, someone, just know if they're actually in it because they're in it for you, right? Because Scorpio, with all of that deep healing, you don't want to end up in a path where It's just seductive, and you're being seduced by this charm, and it's just another lesson to heal in, right? Because it spotlights your positive seductive qualities, you know. And I'm also hearing too with this card, Scorpio, if you're gonna have sexual partners, right, Scorpio, if you're gonna have sexual partners, don't get emotionally involved in them. Like, if you're going to use them for sex, use them for sex. Don't get emotionally involved if you don't want to deal with their agendas, their private agendas. Because if you start, you know, relating sexually to people, you know, when emotions start getting entangled, you're going to start doing favors, you're going to start showing up, you might start lending money, you might care about what's going on in their life, and that might distract you from what you need to do in your life. Okay? So, keep it surface. Keep it surface. Don't get attached. You want to go have a good time? Go have a good time. You know, there's a lot of sexiness about you. There's a lot of charm, natural charm to Scorpio. There's this mystery to Scorpio. You know, they are, in a sense, mesmerizing and mysteriously deep. And as soon as people get a taste of it, you know, a touch of it, they're just like, oh my God, you know, I can't touch that. I can't deal with that. And the healing comes in. But then they always want to come back. They always want to come back because it's so deep that they don't get it like that anywhere else. You know, they don't get that kind of connection anywhere else, no matter what it is. You know, so just know. Take the energies how they resonate. But we have Don Juan and we have Bully. So one person you got to really stand your power, and the other person you can't give it any power. Like, you just can't mind it, really. I feel like path and person number 2 is just enjoy it. Just enjoy it for now. Okay? Unfolding of path number 1. What can we expect? Insight, please, Spirit. Ooh, we got the Wheel of Fortune. Might be Destiny's door knocking. Alright. To hold your power. It might be a part of your destiny. Yeah, choosing to reunite with the 3 of Cups. In order to get justice. With the Justice card. You could be dealing with a Libra or an air sign. Yeah, we got the 3 of Cups. The Wheel of Fortune. I think you kind of know you're destined to reunite with this person in path number 1. I think you know that there's something going on here, karmically speaking, that you're being told, you know, on this path to stand in your power and to reconnect, right? The Wheel of Fortune coming in to reconnect in order to bring justice to the situation, to bring balance. You standing in your power is bringing balance, right, to the dynamic between you and the other, or you and the path, right? There's reconnection. I feel like there is swooping in, right? Masculine energy, there's swooping in because the feminine is like all over the headspace. Alright. Give me some insight on Don Juan, path number 2, please. I'm going to say partners, because I do feel for some of you yeah, this is about just shining in your light and having fun. This is you being your authentic self. So when you're going out and you're having fun and you're not giving a fuck and you're just enjoying yourself, not getting emotionally attached and just enjoying that like kind of sensual freedom where you don't feel fucking guilty because you're fucking free. Seriously, Scorpio, that might be some healing shit. To just go out and get that nice physical release, that connection, and just not deal with the emotional bullshit after. Go home and call it a day. You know, it feels fucking good. It's going to put you in alignment. Go out there and have sex. Protected sex. Go out and have sex. not give a fuck. Just go connect and love life while you're fucking single if you're single. You know? And if you're not single, then you need to fucking up the sexy levels. You know, you need to seriously up the sexy levels and turn some fucking charm on. Get your sexy on. Put on Justin Timberlake. Get your sexy on. Give me 2 more cards. Yeah, like, make sex fun. You know what I mean? If you're in a relationship and this is Don Juan and this is path number 2 and this is like whatever it is, get your sexy on. Give me 2 more cards. Anything else I need to know about Don Juan? Path number 2. Yeah, we got the High Priestess and the 2 of Cups. It's all love. It's all you getting in touch with yourself. Like, you know, High Priestess, you know you're manifesting. You know you're allowed to have a good time and enjoy yourself. No judgment. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? It's your life. Person who's with you at the end of the day, at the end of life, isn't going to care what you do now. Just being yourself. Having fun. Being safe about it. You know what I mean? Just getting out there. Reconnecting. Being that authentic self. No judgment. No judgment. You want to be single, you want to talk to multiple people, and that's just the path you're on right now, you absolutely can. And you know it's healthy for you. The double 2s, this is Master Builder energy. Yeah. You're building your frequency. You know, you're manifesting from a vibration, and so you're working on your vibration. If you're having fun and you're following your joy, you're doing some sacral chakra healing and kundalini awakening and all that shit, like, go for it. Yeah, because the Judgment card, that's awakening right there. That's leaving out of the depths of hell and being reborn into an awakened reality, and you're like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? You changed your vibration. So if you don't want to deal with this bully energy, if you don't want to have to be forced to stand in your power and take this turn of fate, blah, 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 this dense, heavy, you know, scorpionic, let me heal you energy, let me reap the reward with you energy, because I love to see you succeed. Part of you is just like, you know what, yeah, but path number 2, I could just go have fucking fun and not worry about any of that shit. Not my monkeys, not my circus. You know, or not my circus, not my monkeys. Yeah, with the Ace of Wands. Passionate new beginning. Passionate new starts. Yo. You might already be sleeping with somebody else. Just saying. Because the Ace of Wands is like a completely, like, it is a very phallic card. It's spark. It's chemistry. This might already be existent. Like, you might already know who I'm talking about. You might have already had a couple little rendezvous with them. You know what I mean? And you're like, is it going anywhere? Is it going anywhere? No. Well, path number 2 is most likely just a sexy thing to help you up your vibration, and then you're going to move on to something else. All right. Something aligned, right? Something aligned. That energy is just a stepping stone. So, best choice in regards to pursuing path number 1. What is the highest good choice that you can make in regards to path and or person number 1? Nine of Wands. This is the Wounded Warrior. I think you got to stop feeling like a victim. If you're going to take path number 1, you can't feel like a victim. If you're going to be in your power and you're going in feeling like a victim, then that person still has control over you. They can still intimidate you. So you can't go in there feeling like a victim. You got to go in there full-blown power. All right. Path number 2. 2 of Swords. Just know eventually you're probably going to have to cut it off. Path number 2. You might have to make the choice to cut it off. Okay. Why? Why are you choosing to cut it off? Most likely. Emotional fulfillment. When I heard elsewhere. So you might have serious, Scorpio, you might have seriously deep connections with this energy, this path, and it's a part of your healing. right? It's a part of your healing. We had the Messiah card, like it's a part of your healing, and I think you know that. And I think eventually, like, even though this whole sexy time is fun, you'd cut it off for the other path. So, Scorpio. Let's not get too telling in advance, shall we? Let's see. Angel guidance and advice. What angels are working with you and what message are they bringing? There we go. Scorpio. Boom. We got the full moon coming up. We got Archangel Haniel. Archangel Haniel is God's grace, okay? It is God's grace. It is the ability to move through these cycles smoothly, okay? Smoothly. Don't drive yourself crazy over path number 1. Enjoy what you're doing on path number 2, because they're simultaneously going on. You know, they're simultaneously being offered. This is what's in front of you right now. You know, and we have the doves surrounding, you know, of light. Yeah. Notice how the moon affects your energy and manifestations, and capitalize on these cycles. You know, we just got out of that full moon in Scorpio energy, right? We had that full moon in Scorpio. We're going into the full moon in Sag, and that is a full, complete moon cycle. And the full moon in Scorpio was probably the most difficult release of energy that we've had so far this year. The full moon in Sagittarius coming is going to change a lot of that energy. It's going to start really lifting that energy out of the harsh dealing of the lesson into the moment where we could start to reflect and recover from the lesson so that we can manifest better, right? Because then we have the full moon in Capricorn, and that full moon is going to be manifesting what we want in the 3D, right? The divine order of things. And so that's what this is doing, Scorpio. Full moon cycles, just know how you're being affected by them. You know, follow your cosmic energy, follow your Pluto placement. It's a big deal. Those with Scorpio energy, it's a big deal. Yeah, nurture. Archangel Gabriel. It says, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Surround yourself with kids, or do things that make you feel like a kid again. Surround yourself with children and uplift your energy, or do things that make you feel like a kid again. You know? In order to get yourself out of these funky cycle energies, just focus on self-love. You know, Scorpios need to take a lot of time to do that for themselves, because they pour out a lot of love energy for others, and it's not reciprocated. It's the typical dynamic. So Scorpios have to learn to love themselves and spend that time for themselves often. Okay. Power thought card. Scorpio. The past is over. The past is over. This is a new day, one I have never lived before. I stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment. You are not beholden to your past, that bully energy, right? That bully energy that you were dealing with, that you were being controlled by it. That you're standing in your power now. That is not who you are anymore. That person's gone. That version's gone. That whole experience is gone. This is a new day, one that you've never lived, and you're going to stay in the now and enjoy every moment. You're going to enjoy every moment from this moment forward. You're going to stand in your power. Nothing's going to take that away from you. Okay? I am willing to let go. Let it go. Not my circus, not my monkeys. It's not your job to heal other people. It is your job to heal yourself. So as much as you might love wanting to help and heal and be that person for path number 1, you might just really want to enjoy path number 2 right now and let go of path number 1. That bullying energy. Just enjoy yourself for now. You know, continue to empower yourself through vibration, right? Continuing to align yourself with positive vibrations following your joy. It says, I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. Let them go. Let them go. If people want to heal their way, that's okay. Might not be your way. The universe, they are in the divine hands. They are in the good hands of the universe. The divine is always guiding them. They can't fuck up in their journey, as neither can you. Right? Right. So, that said, I'm going to wrap up part 1. I'm going to come back. I'm going to do Leo and Cancer, and then I'm going to do 2 more. You guys will get to pick. If I go through the comments in between and I see any other signs that weren't mentioned yet, because we haven't got Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Virgo, or Capricorn, or Pisces yet on the list, right? They're not in the order yet. So part 2 will start with Leo, and then we'll go to Cancer, and then we'll continue from there. All right? Yeah, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's Etta James. At last. And then oh, my head is fried right now. Sorry guys. Sorry guys. I'm 2 hours into the first one and I've got 8 more signs to do, so I will be back. Let me make a cup of coffee and heat up something to eat, and I'll be back. Bye.